So let me give an example that suggests a concept that might be useful for you to comment on. The example is from the 1980s. We saw increasing numbers of scientists who thought the ozone layer was depleted. They were skeptics. Others didn't think so. They all agreed that if it happened, it would be a catastrophe. We were working in the State Department with the EPA, that's very good science. And I had these twice-a-week private meetings with the president, and we talked about stuff. And he thought about it, and he said, we better take out an insurance policy. Maybe the skeptics are right, but if they're wrong, we're in big trouble. So with that motivation, we negotiated something called the Montreal Protocol. The United States led the science, the United States led the diplomacy. When it was clear that something was definitely going to happen, the creative juices of the U.S. entrepreneurial society kicked in. The DuPont company, in this case, developed something that everybody could agree to do, and it worked. And it turned out the scientists who were alarmed were right, and the Montreal Protocol came along in the nick of time. But the concept of an insurance policy, it seems to me, is very appealing because there are people who are skeptical. And you have to say to them, look, suppose you're wrong. Would you admit the possibility it just might be wrong? And if so, how about an insurance policy?
Global insurance policy? Global warming insurance?
Actually, the insurance policy right now is not even that expensive, I don't think.
Right.
So, what about it?
Well, Mr. Secretary, first of all, I totally agree that it was a great thing we did the Montreal Protocol and all the follow-up protocols. I would also submit that it's a very different context. The fundamental problem was with ozone, it was a very limited number of technical products, the CFCs, and we had a fairly cheap solution to them, and we solved it. The problem is we don't have the same thing for global warming. I don't know, for Joe, I'm not skeptical of global warming science. I believe that it is a problem, but I'm skeptical of the way that we're trying to solve it. So in some ways, I would say, absolutely, it'd be great if we could buy an insurance policy, but we have to be sure, first of all, we don't buy an insurance